Welcome to Gigi's Altered Objects. Thanks for visiting my channel. This is the project that I promised to share with you that turned my hands blue. As you can see, I'm almost back to normal after cleaning the pond, showering, and doing dishes. It's almost gone. Well, what I did was I used two kinds of clay on the bottle. The shells on the outside are air dry clay, and I painted those with just a satin acrylic paint. The color is Sky, and it's just something I picked up from Target. But the clay that it's adhered to underneath, that's white clay that needs to be baked, and that is the one that I was practicing coloring with. I used Tim Holtz Distress ink. This one is Peacock Feather. So I just added a few drops at a time, and it was recommended that you wear gloves, but I couldn't find any of the plastic gloves in the house. So at first I tried with 2 trash bags over my hands, and it still didn't work out, so I just said whatever and went for it. But you can see the color turned out really good. And a couple things I learned working with clay this time. You get it all nice and smooth. You still have to adhere it to the bottle. And then you can't help but get fingerprints pushed in the clay. Using just a little rubbing alcohol, because it dries really quick, and a sponge, you can smooth those fingerprints out. The other thing is that you can bake the clay as many times as you need to, and even the air-dried clay can be baked. The third tip I have for you is to adhere. So some things are just pushed in the clay, and that worked really well with the rope and the real seashells. But when I adhere the handmade shells, I use liquid Sculpey, and it comes in clear, white, and this gold was all I could find at the time, but now I do have some gold too, but you can't even tell because it takes the paint, so I just dabbed a little paint on it when I was done, and it worked out just fine. The image that I decoupaged, that's one of the graphic 45s from one of the first C collections that I used. I put a little jute bow around the top and some ribbon around the neck and some sea netting just kind of laid over. So those are my tips on working with clay. If you like my project, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Happy crafting!